Hello aspirants, I'm Indumati Karthikeyan from INCAR IAS Academy. Today we are going to discuss about the 4th February current affairs. The topic taken from the Delhi editorial. The topic is some win behind the sale of the Indian shipping industry. This topic comes under our GS3 infrastructure, energy, ports, roads, airports and railways. In this topic, we are going to discuss about what is the current union budget regarding this shipping industry and what are the programs till now taken by Indian government, what are the progress under Sagarmala, what is the stagnation in the shipping industry, what are the challenge which hindering the shipping industries and what are the shipbuilding challenges and what is the policy measure taken by the Indian government. These are the things we are going to discuss in this topic today. First of all, why it is in the news. The union budget appears to have met most of the shipping industry demands, but it is missed on the opportunity to address the tax disparities. The government deserves that credit for the commitment to develop the maritime sector that largely neglected by the predecessor government. This is reflected in the expenditure on the Indian government flagship program that Sagarmala, which on September 2025 has outlined that 839 project requiring an investment of rupees 5.8 lakh crore. Of this, 241 project worth rupees 1 lakh 1.22 lakh crore have been completed, while 234 project valued of rupees 1.8 lakh crore are under implementation. Additionally, 364 projects with an estimated investment of 2.78 lakh crore are in various stages of the development. So, first of all, the Sagar Mala, the government India's flagship program aimed at the port-led development, launched to modernize the Indian ports, improve the logistic efficiency, and promote the coastal shipping. And also, Sagarmala focuses on reducing logistic cost and boosting the maritime trade competitiveness. First of all, this program the program includes the port modernization and also new port developments, enhancing the port connectivity through the road, rail, and also the inland waterways. That is a multimodal transit through the port and also providing the coastal shipping and inland waterways and also reduce the dependency on the road transport and also developing the port linked industrialization with maritime clusters. And also Indian government has made a significant strides in the developing maritime sector, and also there is a effort have constituted the economic growth and improved infrastructure in the shipping industry. The several infrastructure challenges, including the financial constraint, regulatory hurdles, and also the tax disparity, continues to hinder the competitiveness. An analysis of the program that under the Sagarmala, that's the stagnation in the shipping industry, that is the Sagarmala program launched to the enhance India's maritime infrastructure that has a significant progress, but the program has focused on the modernization, port connectivity, and also the port-led industrialization. The impact of this initiative is evident that India's economic growth with GDP increasing that $1.153 trillion in 2016 to 17, and also it now is $272 trillion in 2022 to 2023, after the despite of the setbacks due to the COVID pandemics. And also there is a similar India's exim trade grew from the $66 billion in 2016 to 2017 and also $116 billion that is in 2022. And also there's a stagnation because there is a despite the program is port infrastructure, there is experience it's not the Indian shipping industry has not experienced the commensurate growth because the cargo handling a major ports has only increased marginal, and also many connecting in the decline, many concerning is a line, many concern many concerning in the deadline in the number of vessels handled at ports. And also there's the Indian shipping companies continue to lose that market share to the foreign flag vessels in exim trade and also the rail and road transport for domestic cargo movements. And also there is a many challenges behind this. hindering the shipping industry. First of all, that's the Indian shipping companies faces high borrowing costs, short-term tenures, and also strict collateral requirements. Unlike the foreign counterparts, India ship owners cannot use ship as a collateral, making financing difficult. And also that additionally, the leaders do not fully understand the cyclic nature of the industry, that leading to a rigid loan restricting policy. And also there is a unfavorable tax policy, that is the India flagship program on subject to 5% IGST on purchase price, a tax not imposed on the foreign vessels operating in the Indian waters. And also moreover the Indian ship owners must deduct TDS on the seafarer salaries, whereas foreign vessels employing Indian seafarers do not have this. So this is a major disparity, make Indian vessels significantly less competitive. And also there is many shipbuilding challenges are focused. First of all, that's the Indian shipbuilding industry suffers from inadequate infrastructure, high input cost, especially on the steel, and also dependency on the import for the spare parts, and also the delay in vessels deliveries. And also there is a customs duty on imported mandatory increased production cost, while a lack of skilled workforce reduces the efficiency. And also many competition from foreign flagged vessels, that is foreign flagged vessels are often registered as tax haven, enjoy easier access to capital, lower borrowings cost, and also the lenient regulation. There is a many policy regulation taken care. That is a maritime development fund, that is a rupees 25,000 crore fund aimed at improving the access of the capital ship owners. And also however the 49% of the fund will come from the government, within the risk dependent to the major ports, raising concern about this sustainability. And also there's a infrastructure status for the large vessels, that is a status allows shipping companies to access benefits similar to those in other infrastructure sectors. And also there is a customs duty and exemption, there is a government has extended this exempted for another 10 years. And also many revamped policies, that is include credit incentives for shipping builders, and also extension for the tonnage tax scheme is a scheme to the inland waters. These are the main concern. And also there's a way forward, that is a long term financing and competitive interest rates is a important thing, that industry requires a loan tenures, and also 7 to 10 years, that will lower the interest rate to facilitate ship acquisition and modernization. And also expansion of the shipbuilding infrastructure is necessary now. And also we need to reform the to level the playing field. And also encouraging the external commercial borrowings is strategically utilized. And also ECBs could help to bridge the funding gap in the maritime sector. And also investment in the green technology, to investing that global emission reduction target, India must promote eco-friendly shipbuilding and also retrofitting the existing vessels. And finally, while the Sagarmala program has significantly improved India's maritime infrastructure, it benefit are not translated into the proportional growth in the shipping industry. Only the addressing these critical challenges can the nation fully leverage its maritime potential and also strengthen its position in the international trade. Thank you so much.